This is the Garden Tower 2, and today I'm going to show you how to put it together, fill it up, and start growing in it. Let's get into it. To start things off, you're going to want to carefully unbox everything. In the box, you'll find the perforated compost tube, the upper compost tube section without holes, compost tube cap, the caster kit parts if applicable, sliding compost screen, removable planting rings, and the base. Inside the drawer, you'll find the plant feet, which you can remove and then slide into the channels in the base section of the tower. Keep your fingers clear, press them in, and then slide the drawer and screen back in. If you're installing casters, flip the base over, and if you're not, then jump to the next section. To install the casters, you're going to need a 1/2" and 3/4" standard socket driver. Use a short bolt, 2 washers, and wing nut to attach the black steel stays together using the ends of a single opening and hand tighten. Fit the stays into the channel in the feet and align the middle hole of each stay with the center hole in each foot. Place a small washer over these holes and insert a long bolt into the feet. If you're struggling to get the bolt through, you can tap on the stays to align the holes. Insert a small washer onto the bolt from the top of the feet, then thread it onto the nut and finger tighten on all of them. Hold a large washer against the lower side of the stay and install a caster from above. Hand tighten a nut over the washer. With all casters installed, hold the center wing nut and tighten the center bolt very tight. Tighten all of the 1/2" nuts, paying special attention to not over-tighten them. Lastly, tighten the 3/4" caster nuts. When returning the base to an upright position, make sure to lift from the center opening from the base and not from the lower ring, as this can cause the ring to uncouple from the base with the added weight of the casters. Now we're ready to fill the tower up with soil, but if you are setting it up without casters, make sure it is placed in its exact final location, with the drawers pointed toward an open and accessible area. Place a perforated compost tube on the center top of the base ring, which is attached to the base, and ensure the slit lines up. Now place a loose planting ring on top of the base ring and align all the posts at the bottom. Once they're aligned, press down firmly and give it a light tap if needed. Repeat this process until you reach the top compost tube, which has no holes, and then place the cap on top. At this point, you may use the included zip ties to stabilize the tower by connecting it to these holes, but it is usually unnecessary. Your Garden Tower 2 will require roughly 6 cubic feet of soil, and if possible, you should pre-moisten your soil. When you are ready, you can start to fill it up. Once you have approximately 1/3 of the soil in the tower, evenly pour 3 gallons of water in. Fill up the next third of the tower and water it in again. Once the potting soil is 1 inch from the top, stop filling and evenly pour 4 more gallons of water from the top onto the soil. You can now plant your seedlings or sow your seeds, and you're ready to grow.